we're gonna have a game against BTK2. It's probably the chess style of my opponent. Bind, torture, collapse. Oh, collapse is with a C. We're gonna try and go for the so-called Kasparov Gambit, which occurs after, would have occurred after knight b5, d5. After knight b3, we'll go knight hunting instead. a4. Now we go for d5. Queen d5 to come, and we claim that the knight on b3 is quite vulnerable because of the inclusion of a5, a4. And also the b4 square is looking mighty juicy for my pieces. Now we just exchange. Knight d5 to come. And although the position is quite symmetrical, it seems to me that it's considerably better for black. Knight d2, logical. We go knight c6. I think we go knight b4. Maybe this has been all wrong. Castles now? I castle, knight c4. Maybe this is just insane. Oh, this is a bad mistake. This is a really, really, really bad mistake, positionally speaking. So knight c4 there was very interesting, attacking a5 twice. So what happens now is that my opponent's knights are in a complete bind. Rook d3 is a threat, immediately winning one of the knights. And the knight in b3 simply has nowhere to go. It's obstructed by my pieces, but mainly by its own. And my opponent gave away the bishop, which was really important in securing a hold over the light squares. And without that hold, my bishop on e6 rules the game, and concretely, it's going to be hard to avoid the loss of a piece. So this is really an instructive mistake by my opponent. So I could go rook d3, win a piece. But I just want to underline how helpless my opponent's position is by not taking the piece for a little bit. g3, yeah, well, I'll just take it. Why not? That was the rook d3 was anyway the next logical move in the sequence, and it just so happens that it wins. f4 was the only chance there. Instead, now I just collect. f5, 95, protecting f7, and no worries. Bishop g5, we just go f6. Rook e8. Knight on d3 is fairly strong, so I don't want to exchange it off for the bishop quite yet. And it's also was obstructing the rook from coming to c1, which I think was an important factor. Rook d3, that's a sack of an exchange, but unfortunately, it's an exchange sack for only one check. Bishop goes back, we go g5. Rook c7, king d8. Bishop cannot protect the rook anymore, so he loses the bishop, and my opponent resigns. Yeah, so I was critical of my opponent's opening play in this game, but I think probably overly critical. And really the only huge mistake my opponent made was bishop takes c6 and move 13, which I think essentially just gave the game away. Yes. Let's see what we've got.